Hey folks, Nas here. I appreciate everybody joining me today for another No Man Sky Abandoned Mode Permadeath Guide video. In this video, I kind of want to go over some of the highlights and information you may need before going in and trying to do an abandoned mode playthrough. Because there are some drastic changes to how the gameplay works. First off, we're going to go in, you create a new game, you're going to want to go to custom to be able to use the abandoned mode. So we can go down here a little bit. You see universe population. Standard is the default setting. This is how you typically play the game with the storylines and Artemis and the new multitudes and purple star systems and all of that good stuff. When you choose the abandoned mode, it can be done at any real difficulty setting. So you can have it, you can do it in normal. Now granted, as soon as you select it, it's going to be custom, but nothing has changed otherwise because normal is the standard or the default setting for the game. It's just as soon as you choose this, it changes to a custom because you have customized the setting. But you can do abandoned mode from normal all the way to permadeath. And if you read the abandoned mode setting over here, you can see that it says standard population is the default way to play No Man's Sky. Most, but not all, most, but not all star systems will have at least some alien life forms and the space anomaly will be fully populated. So if we come down here to the second paragraph, abandoned mode removes all alien life forms in the game. That is a very true statement. The only thing available the only life forms, I guess you could say, that are available are the Sentinels. And then, of course, your animals on the different planets and stuff. That's it. No NPCs, no vendors, no guilds, no cartographers, no Selene in the anomaly, Nada, Polo, nobody's there. Quicksilver vendor, they're not there. But we're going to go over some of that. There's some other things that are in the game that give you the ability to advance a little bit. But as of right now, because of the abandoned mode, if you go into the abandoned mode, this option drastically changes the play experience and will disable the story and tutorial. No joke, no story at all. That means that you can't do the Artemis quest. That means that you can't do the Atlantis quest. It means that you can't do the multitudes quest to unlock the purple systems right now. As far as I can tell with my testing, and I've been testing the abandoned mode since it dropped last Wednesday. It's been almost a week now. It's Tuesday before the week after. So, so don't expect to see or be able to access purple star systems in abandoned mode right now. So going into abandoned mode is truly a more survival aspect of No Man's Sky because you truly have to do everything yourself. There's no quest lines that are going to give you recipes or anything like that. You can do the missions from the base computer, which do not require you to interact with any NPCs. So you can go through that. You can still get your free storage. You can still get your free landing pad, through the base computer. So you can do that without actually having to spend the nanites or the salvage data to get those items. But beyond that, just at the end of the base computer missions, it just starts sending you out to random star systems, and you're going to, get a C-class upgrade of some sort. Now, when you first enter the game, you still have to repair your, I believe it's the scanner that you have to repair with the ferrite dust. But beyond that, you start the game with the terrain manipulator, you have your analysis visor, You still have to find your ship and repair the components in your ship before you can take off and leave the planet and the system and so on and so forth. You still have that. But there is no tutorial basically guiding you through getting all of those items as you do in a normal start. Now, once you do leave your planet, you're going to go to the space station. That's the first place everybody always goes, is the space station. This is the space stations. Your space stations will all be corrupted space stations. There's no terminals here other than the there's no terminals here other than the Galactic Trade Terminal and the teleporter that I just went through. So what this means is no guilds, no cartographer, no race missions, no upgrade terminal for the multi-tool, no upgrade terminal for the starship, which means that collecting starships and dismantling them for money is not a thing. If you're collecting ships, you're collecting ships. That's it. You can collect the ships and you can take the technology out of them, or you can dismantle some of the technology for the components that you get from dismantling some of the technology. But the ship is yours. You have it. It's in your pocket. And the fact that abandon mode removes all of the alien life form. No freighters. I haven't seen any freighters. I've been playing this for a week now, solid. I've got a good 20 hours into the abandon mode at this point. You can even watch some of my live streams. I got a couple of live streams that have already been up for this. No freighters. So you're not going to be able to get a freighter. If you can't have a freighter, you can't have the extra 18 storage, as far as I can tell, because the 18 starship storage, man, that was a mouthful, is tied to the freighter. Now, from what I can tell, you can have the multi-tool storage, so you can collect multi-tools. But no freighters. There are no freighter battles. I've done multiple jumps. I've reached my 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps. No freighter battles. The only thing I ever run into are sentinels. That's it. Now, speaking of sentinels, there are harmonic camps. So you can go and get you a sentinel ship, like this little bug that I picked up the other day on stream. So you can get sentinel ships. You can get you a sentinel multi-tool. But there are no NPCs at the camps. You can't do the Atlantid quest line. So there's no quest line to get the staff. No settlement quests. You cannot obtain a settlement. Now, I've heard of people getting the call in space to come and save a settlement. I personally have not received that, but you can't do anything. Once you go to the planet, it tells you it's off planet. That's what I've heard. I have not experienced that, but you cannot do the settlement quests because there's nobody in the settlement. If there is a settlement, I hadn't even seen a settlement, so I don't even know if they exist. Period. And I'm going to have to assume that they do not, because you would have to interact with NPCs during the settlement quests storyline. Now let's head in here to the anomaly to kind of give you an idea of what to expect when you get to the anomaly. Now, again, no NPCs, period. So the little vendor dude that's usually standing over here for the Quicksilver, he is not here. However, you can interact with the terminal in front, and you can get expedition rewards. You can purchase things through the Quicksilver when you have acquired enough Quicksilver and things like that. So you still can do that. You can actually do missions through the Nexus. So you can still make Quicksilver. You can still get units and nanites. You can still get the little rewards that they give you. So you can do missions through the Nexus. So we go up here. You can actually do the multi-tool. deconstructing, so the decommissioning of the multi-tool, that way you can make a little extra money. I am not going to scrap mine because that's the only one I've got. But you can search for and scrap multi-tools if you want to, rather than ships, because there's no way to scrap a ship. You can also see that the autophage, I think I was calling them the Atlantid, whatever, the autophage quest line is not available because these guys are not here. Could still use the teleport terminal here. You can see here, Nada is visible, Polo is not, but when you interact with Nada, she looks like she's powered down. And you can go through the little dialogue here, and it gives you just a little bit of dialogue. And it just says that she's just another void. So, Nada is unknown entity. It doesn't even have her name there. So she is all powered down and everything. If we go to the back where you normally pick up upgrades and things like that, recipes, you can interact with the terminal. So like the construction research station, you can still interact with that to get all of your base parts. But you cannot interact with the starship. You cannot interact with Selene. Now, if you happen to get the exosuit upgrade item, so just like the upgrade chart here for the exosuit, this is finding the little drop pods. These you get from the navigational data clusters you find on planets. But if you get the one that is specifically for upgrading your exosuit, you can still come to the exosuit upgrade in each system on the anomaly, and you can purchase to get your exosuit upgrade. If you have those little upgrade items in your inventory, you can also use those here as well. So if you do happen to acquire some on your adventures, you can upgrade your suit that way from the anomaly. The multi-tool vendor is not here, so you cannot interact with him to upgrade your multi-tool. However, the multi-tool itself is still available if you wanted to purchase it through the anomaly in each of the systems. Now, the synthesis laboratory is a terminal. You don't have to worry about not being able to access this because it's available. But the Exo Craft, there was an NPC here. You interacted with him. You cannot interact with the terminal to purchase the Exo Craft upgrades. And then, of course, down over here on the left-hand side, there are no NPCs down here. There, or the food guy there. Now, granted, you can still interact with the egg sequencer and, of course, the appearance modifier. And beyond that, that is all that's available in the anomaly. So let me head back down to my base real quick. So because you can't interact with some of the terminals, some of the NPCs, the vendors in the anomaly, you can go to your base and you can build these research stations that I've got lined up on the wall here. So you've got one for the construction research. We've always had this. You can get this in every difficult setting. This is the one that gives you some basic building plans. Let me get into here and show you real quick. So your teleporter, your save beacon, the biofuel battery, solar panel, and then of course some of the different wall types as well. But you cannot get the modules here. The ones that require the pure ferrite, you have to go up to the anomaly and purchase those there. But you'll notice that we have an exosuit research station. This is what is normally available from Selene at the anomaly. So you can build this research station in your base and still have access to everything that Selene offers. Again, you still have to have nanites for that. Now, I am personally in a permadeath setting, so my values are probably going to be much higher than your values on this screen right here. But you can still get everything here that you would get from Selene. And then, of course, we've got the multi-tool research station. So I believe this fellow's name was Eos. Up in the anomaly, you can get all of the weapons and mining, scanning stuff from him. You can get it from this research station now. Same with the exocraft and the starship. Now I want to show you the starship. You do not, the highest hyperdrive that you have is still the indium drive. There is no option here for the Atlantid drive, which is what you need for purple systems. So again, abandoned mode, at this point in time, you cannot access a purple system with the base game. Now I've had messages telling me that there is a mod if you're into that, but I have no idea what the mod name is. I don't know how it works because I don't do mods. So this is all base game information here. Now you still have the conflict scanner, the economy scanner, and the cargo scan deflector. The conflict and economy scanners are not going to do you any good. There are no pirate systems because there are no pirates, because there are no alien life form. So the economy scanner and the conflict scanner do you no good in this mode because there's no economy. That being said, there are the trade terminals. So I am currently at a minor settlement here, and you'll notice all the minor settlements now, they all have these little whispering eggs around them because they're all corrupted or whatever. But we can come in here. There are weapons that the multi-tools that you can get. They are still available. You still have galactic trade terminals inside the minor settlements. You also have trade platforms on the planets, so you can actually interact with those. That's got like, I don't know what, 7 landing pads or something on it. And then there's a trade terminal there. There's just no NPCs. Finding your glyphs. I know there's a lot of information I'm trying to give you guys right now. If you go in to the knowledge and guide and go to the atlas and go to the glyphs, you still have to find all of your glyphs manually, which means that you have to stumble across a gravesite on the planets. There are no travelers to interact with. At the minor settlements, at the trade platforms, at the space station, there are no travelers because there's no alien life form. Even though, I mean, I guess the travelers are an alien life form, but they're not there. So if you're going to find your glyphs, you have to find them manually. So in other words, you got to get out and explore your planets and stumble across one or two. Now, once I find my second one, I'm going to be testing the glyph guide that I've got out. You can find that video on my channel on how to find all of the glyphs. I'm going to be testing to make sure and see if those addresses do work. But I'm going to have to find them via the coordinates because there's not going to be a traveler at the station. And I can't see my own built bases from another save. So I'll be testing that as well. And I'll show you here, we can get to the harmonic camps. Again, you just find the echo locator from the resonators. Are there any nearby that I can show you the little icon for? Of course not. Why would there be any nearby while I'm recording? But regardless, you can get to the harmonic camp. You can, loot the little wheelbarrows and stuff. You can get you the multi-tools. And you can use the terminal to find new starships. New sentinel ships. So that way you can get you a little bug like I got. I just wish it wasn't orange. I don't like the orange. But, so one more thing that I forgot to mention. In the anomaly, you can, if you are in abandon mode, use the expedition terminus. So the expedition terminus is to the right of the Nexus and to the left of the Quicksilver vendor. You come back here and you can use the expedition terminus, and you can actually start the expedition on your abandoned mode save. So you can benefit from taking part in the expeditions to where you can get your ship and multi-tool, you can acquire other technologies and stuff that you can bring back. In some cases, as long as you can put the technologies here, you can bring those back, or you can create or copy the multi-tool that you used in the expedition or the starship that you used in the expedition. You can copy those and bring those back. So you can acquire different upgrades via the expeditions. Now, granted, the Cursed Expedition, I just heard today that it's been extended 1 week due to the bugs that were occurring in Expedition 16. So we have another week before Expedition 17 is going to come out, which I'm excited to see Expedition 17. And it's very possible, I don't know what Expedition 17 has to offer in it yet, but I'm hopeful to see maybe if there is a way to hopefully unlock the ability to get to purple star systems via doing the Expedition 17 and then bring that technology back to our abandoned mode save. I do not know if that's an actual thing or not. If somebody has done some of the testing before release, feel free to leave me a comment, let me know that way. But I'm going to be testing it regardless. When 17 drops next week, I will be testing some of this. Well, there we go, folks. That is right now abandoned mode in a very hectic nutshell. I hope that I wasn't too scattered in giving the information. If you have more questions, please feel free to comment below. If you have more to offer as far as information about the abandoned mode, please leave it below. If you are sharing something that needs to be tested, please share it below. Let me know your testing parameters and stuff. That way I can try and duplicate it and hopefully make another video to share with everybody else. Again, I appreciate everybody joining me today. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to click that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And please also visit my other guides on the channel. We've got how to make nanites, how to make money, how to get living ships, how to get the living frigates, the organic frigates. So please feel free to go visit those. Again, drop likes and comments on those videos as well. You folks take care and happy hunting.